Your cat cannot speak. They cannot call your name, tell you when something is wrong, or explain how they feel in words you recognize. But they have never stopped communicating with you, not for a single moment. Every time your cat enters a room, every time they walk past you, every time they sit across from you and simply exist in your space, their tail is moving, or holding still, or curling, or puffing. And every single one of those positions means something specific. Most cat owners spend years, sometimes their entire lives, living with a cat and never learning this language. They miss the signals, they misread the warnings. They overlook the moments of pure affection their cat offers them every single day. In this video, we are going to change that completely. By the time this video ends, you will be able to look at your cat's tail in any situation and know exactly what they are feeling. You will understand when they are happy, when they are scared, when they are hunting, when they are angry, and when they are telling you in the clearest way they know how that they love you. The tail is not just an appendage for your cat. The tail is a voice, and it has been speaking to you all along. Let's start with the most positive signal your cat can send you, the high tail. When your cat walks toward you with their tail pointed straight up toward the ceiling, sometimes with a small curl or hook at the very tip, that is one of the most meaningful things your cat can communicate. It means they are happy, it means they feel safe. It means they are glad to see you. In the wild, cats only raise their tail this high when they are approaching another cat or animal they trust completely. It is a signal of openness, friendliness, and confidence. When your cat does this as they walk toward you, you are receiving the same greeting that cats reserve for their most trusted companions. The small curl at the tip adds another layer. That tiny hook at the top of a raised tail is often described by animal behaviorists as a question mark tail, and it signals playful curiosity and affection combined. Your cat is essentially saying, "Here I am, I'm happy, and I want to be near you." If you want to respond in a way your cat understands, mirror their energy. Stay calm, speak softly, and let them approach. You can extend one finger toward them at their nose level. Many cats will walk up and bump their nose against it, which is the cat equivalent of a handshake and a hug at the same time. The high tail is a gift. Every time your cat gives it to you, they are choosing to show you how they feel. Don't miss it. Now we move to one of the most misunderstood tail signals, the puff tail. When your cat's tail suddenly triples in size and stands on end like a bottle brush, most people assume their cat is being aggressive or threatening. But that is almost never what's actually happening. A puff tail is almost always a fear response. Your cat's nervous system has been triggered by a loud noise, a sudden movement, an unfamiliar animal, or something they sense that you didn't. Their body is reacting automatically. The hair along their tail and often their entire spine stands up to make them look bigger. This is called pillow erection, and it happens involuntarily. Your cat is not choosing to look scary. Their body is doing it for them, trying to protect them from a perceived threat. Here's where most owners make a critical mistake. When they see the puffed tail, they rush toward the cat to comfort them. They reach out their hands, they try to pick them up. And every single one of those actions makes it worse. To a frightened cat, a human suddenly moving toward them is another threat on top of the original one. What you should do instead is give them space. Back away slightly, lower your body if you can. Speak in a calm, low voice without making sudden movements. Let the cat's nervous system come down on its own. In most cases, the puffing will subside within a few minutes once the threat is gone. The puff tail is not your cat being dramatic. It is your cat being genuinely scared. The kindest thing you can do is give them the space to feel safe again. Not all tail signals are loud. Some of the most important ones are quiet, almost invisible if you're not looking for them. The low tail and the tucked tail are two of the clearest signs that something is wrong with your cat emotionally or physically. A low tail, held below the natural horizontal line of the body, angled slightly downward, signals discomfort, uncertainty, or mild anxiety. Your cat is not fully at ease, Something in their environment is bothering them, even if they haven't reacted outwardly in any dramatic way. This is the tail position you might see when you bring a new person into the house, when there's been a change in routine, or when your cat is navigating an unfamiliar situation. The tucked tail is more serious. When a cat pulls their tail completely between their hind legs and holds it against their belly, that is a signal of significant fear, submission, or pain. In many cases, a tucked tail combined with a hunched back, flattened ears, and slow or stiff movement can indicate that your cat is experiencing physical discomfort or illness. Cats are biologically wired to hide pain. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target. So your domestic cat carries that same instinct. They will hide how they feel for as long as they possibly can. The tucked tail is often one of the few honest signals they cannot fully suppress. If you notice your cat consistently carrying their tail low or tucked, especially combined with changes in eating, drinking, grooming, or energy levels, take it seriously. It may be their only way of telling you that they need help. This is the tail signal that causes more scratches and bites than any other, and almost every single time, it was completely avoidable. The thrashing tail, when your cat's tail begins to whip back and forth in wide, fast, forceful movements, that is not excitement. That is not playfulness. That is a warning. Your cat is telling you clearly and directly, I have reached my limit. Stop what you are doing right now. It often happens during petting. Everything seems fine. Your cat is sitting on your lap. You're stroking their fur. And then slowly, without any obvious change, the tail starts to move. At first it might be a subtle twitch, then it becomes a slow sweep. Then it becomes a fast, hard thrash. Most owners miss the early stages completely. They keep petting, they assume the cat is just moving around, and then the scratch or bite comes seemingly out of nowhere. But it didn't come out of nowhere. The tail was announcing it for the past 30 seconds. This phenomenon even has a name: feline overstimulation. Cats have a much lower tolerance for continuous physical contact than most people realize. What feels like gentle, loving petting to you can become overwhelming sensory overload to your cat very quickly. The solution is simple once you know what to watch for. When the tail starts moving during petting, stop. Let your cat reset. Don't pull your hand away suddenly, just slow down and pause. If the tail relaxes, you can continue. If it keeps moving, the session is over, and respecting that boundary is how you build real trust with your cat over time. Now for one of the most tender tail signals your cat can give you, and one of the most overlooked, the tail wrap. When your cat sits beside you and slowly curls their tail around your hand, your ankle, or your leg, that is one of the highest expressions of affection in a cat's emotional vocabulary. It is not accidental. Cats are highly deliberate animals. Every physical contact they initiate is a choice. When your cat wraps their tail around any part of your body, they are physically connecting themselves to you. They are choosing closeness. In multi-cat households, cats who are deeply bonded will often sit together and intertwine their tails. It is how they express companionship and security to one another. When your cat does this with you, you are receiving the same gesture they reserve for their most beloved companions. There is also a related behavior worth knowing. When your cat presses their entire body against yours while sleeping, back against your leg, head against your arm, and then curls their tail to touch you as well, they are surrounding themselves with your presence from as many points of contact as possible. This is a cat who trusts you with their most vulnerable state, sleep. The tail wrap combined with body contact while resting is one of the clear signs that your cat considers you their safe place, their home. If your cat does this, understand what a gift it is. Not every cat gives it, and the ones who do are telling you something that goes far beyond what any human language could fully express. Now that you know what each tail position means, there is one final and essential thing to understand: the tail never speaks alone. Your cat's body is a complete communication system, and every signal works together with every other signal to tell the full story. A raised tail combined with slow blinking eyes and relaxed ears means, I am happy, I trust you, come closer. A raised tail combined with dilated pupils and twitching ears means, I am excited and stimulated, something has my full attention. A low tail combined with flattened ears and a tucked head means, I am frightened and I need space. A thrashing tail combined with tense body posture and skin rippling along the back means, I am at my absolute limit, do not push further. A puffed tail combined with an arched back and a sideways stance means, I am trying to look as big and threatening as possible because I feel genuinely endangered. When you learn to read all of these signals together, the tail, the ears, the eyes, the posture, the whiskers, you stop guessing. You stop misreading, you stop accidentally frightening the animal that chose to share their life with you. And something remarkable starts to happen. Your cat begins to trust you more deeply because you are finally responding to what they are actually saying. You honor their fear by giving space. You meet their affection with calm gentleness. You stop the petting when they ask you to. You notice the warning before the bite. This is what it means to truly understand your cat. Not just loving them, but speaking their language. And it starts with something as simple and as profound as learning to watch their tail. Most people will never know what their cat is actually saying. You do now. Subscribe, and every week, we'll give you one more piece of the language your cat has a lot left to tell you.